what to spend a lot of money on versus what not to spend a lot of money on when you're shopping. How to determine which of the two you should do for whatever piece you're planning on buying for your wardrobe. I look at the things that I wear the most and I analyze it. How is it holding up? If I've washed it a million times, is it falling apart or is it holding up very well? And then I ask myself, okay, how much did I pay for this? For example, with jeans. I have some jeans that I wear to death. They are my naked jeans and I love those things so much. They're the wide leg naked jeans that I think I bought last year and I've just been wearing ever since. They are relatively affordable when it comes to jeans because I do have other jeans that I've had for many years, like Citizens of Humanity and just very good quality jeans. And those jeans just withstand so much more. Like it hurts to pay so much money for a pair of jeans, but when it's a jean that you're gonna, especially in a wash that you're gonna use very, very often and you're going to be washing very, very often, you have to think about how it's going to hold up and your cost per wear as well. So I have those naked jeans. I've used them so much. I have 3 washes and the wash that I use the most is the medium wash. I don't think I had them for a year and they already broke. Like right at the loop, like when you go to pull your pants up. It could just be like because I broke it because I was just pulling it up and I shouldn't have been doing that. But I have better quality jeans that you can literally like pull it up very, very, very hard and that's just not gonna happen to it. Now, everybody wears their clothes differently. Some people are not as aggressive with their clothes. Some people take care of inexpensive clothes very, very well and it can last them forever. So this is a very relative topic. For me, if it's something like jeans or something like a t-shirt that I'm just wearing constantly, washing constantly, I try my best to take care of everything. I wash on gentle cycle, I try to air dry and things like that. But sometimes it just like doesn't last for me. And I've learned that certain pieces, I would rather spend a little bit more money on it until I try something that is comparable. Sometimes the price doesn't even matter, but usually when you pay a little bit more for jeans, it's going to be a thicker, better quality jean. Not all the time, but sometimes. So you really have to look at the composition of your clothes. I have so many t-shirts. I have paid a lot of money for t-shirts and I haven't, like I have inexpensive t-shirts. My one from Uniqlo, that thing is such good quality and it was like 20 bucks, And then I have like $100 t-shirt from Redone that has a bunch of holes in it because of material and like the fabric is just thinner. Go in your closet, see the things that you wear the most, pull it out, analyze it. Did you pay a lot of money for it or didn't you? If it's something that you didn't pay a lot of money for and it's holding up pretty well and you wear it a lot, then chances are you don't need to be spending a lot of money on that specific either category or type of clothes. But if it is something that you didn't pay a lot of money for and you wear it a lot and it's just not holding up, you've had to replace it a couple times, chances are that you're going to end up spending more money replacing it than getting something that's better quality. How often can you wear this with things that you already own in your closet? I ask myself, if it's a bag, how many things can I wear this bag with? Are the color combinations something that I can wear with the majority of things in my closet? Am I really going to get use out of this? So if the answer is yes to all of the questions, then I don't have a problem spending a little bit more money on it, especially if it's something that's good quality. Jewelry is another huge one. Like, I know you're not supposed to keep jewelry on forever, you're supposed to take it off for longevity and things like that, but I like showering with my jewelry. Like, I like being able to just sleep with my jewelry and not have to take it off. This, I don't take it off. Yes, you're spending a lot of money for something initially, but you're wearing it so much and it's lasting you so much that your cost per wear just goes down. So obviously there's so many beautiful jewelry brands that are very affordable. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money. But if you're somebody that loves to just buy one piece of jewelry and wear it to death with everything, never take it off, go to the beach, go to the pool, shower with it, sleep with it, then spending a little bit more money initially is the way to go in my opinion. Like, that's what I do. So not just jewelry, every accessory. Belts is another one. Like, things that you ask yourself, okay, but how often am I buying this? Like, how often am I going to buy a pair of sunglasses? Unless you're like a sunglass junkie and you just really love just coordinating your sunglasses with everything and you like switching up like colors and things like that. I'm the type of person that I just like buying one pair of either black or brown or like tortoiseshell sunglasses and having it go with every single outfit. So when it comes to sunglasses, I spend a little bit more so that they last me, you know. Along with this, is it something that suits your lifestyle? Right now, at this point in my life, I'm a mom to a toddler. So right now, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go and spend a lot of money on a dry clean only off-white silk skirt. I might just opt for maybe something that's not dry clean only, maybe something that's a little bit more affordable just in case my son spills juice on my skirt that doesn't come off or something. You know, like these are all things you have to think about. So it applies to everything. If you're somebody that dresses very casually, maybe it's not worth spending a lot of money on a dress. Unless it's a dress that you're gonna be able to wear to a bunch of different occasions and it's like a staple. It's just not worth spending a lot of money on something that you're gonna wear one time. So taking your lifestyle into consideration is a huge one. Shoes, if you have flat feet, are you gonna spend a lot of money on a heel that's this tall, or you're gonna opt for a kitten heel? You know, like things like that. You can relate it to every aspect of your life. How trendy is it? If it's a trend that I'm not sure about, I prefer opting for something that is a little bit more inexpensive. Try the trend out, see if I wear it a lot, and then if I'm still into this trend a year or 2 years down the line, or a couple months, you know, just like test it out first, make sure you like it, and then maybe you can spend a little bit more money on it. Instead of just buying the very expensive thing that is a trend at the moment. You don't know if it's going to stand the test of time. You might not be able to get your money's worth. So usually I try out trends before investing in them. Now, every time that I'm going to spend a lot of money on something, I ask myself, is this something that is going to be able to grow with me if my body changes and shrink with me if my body changes? How can I alter this? You know, if I'm going through changes either throughout the month, because we go through menstrual cycles and we get bloated and sometimes, you know, things are just uncomfortable. Or, you know, if I get pregnant or whatever it is, like, is this something that's adjustable? Is this something that is elastic or comfortable? Or is it a very rigid, tight thing that is only going to fit me at this point in time? So now I usually opt for more relaxed fit jeans, and I need to be able to alter it some way, whether I'm sizing up and then I could just wear a belt, you know, if I lose weight or whatever it is. I don't know if it's PTSD from going through such a change in my body after having a baby. There are people who just, they don't, like, their ribs don't widen, their hips don't widen as much. But for me personally, my ribs expanded and my hips expanded, and that is bone structure, okay? That is like, even if I lose weight, like my body changed, and that kind of like changed my perspective when it comes to buying things and when it comes to spending a lot of money on things. If you're planning on spending a lot of money on something, how long has it been on your wish list? A day? That's not enough. 2 days? That's still not enough. Give it at least a week. And within that week, or however long something has been on your wish list, how often do you think about it? Like, did you put it on your wish list and forget about it? Or did you put it on that wish list and you're like worried about it going out of stock? If you put it on your wish list and you forgot about it, don't spend a lot of money on it. If you put it on your wish list and you cannot breathe until you purchase it, then maybe that is a good indicator that you are going to wear it a lot, because that just means that you really, really, really love it, and you really, like, you have envisioned it with a bunch of outfits and you're really putting thought into this. That is how you exercise the intentional shopping muscle in your brain. Another thing that I want to add when it comes to wish lists that I don't think I've talked about before from a financial perspective. Chances are the longer that something stays on your wish list, the less of a chance that you're going to use money that you don't technically have to buy this thing, aka swiping a credit card and then maybe not having money to actually pay for this thing at the end of the month or pay off your credit card. So it prevents you from making impulse purchases. And if you get in this habit, it's just going to help you financially, because you can either save for it, or let's say you get a bonus or you just get a little bit of extra money that month. Instead of going and just like shopping for things impulsively that you've never really put thought into, you can be like, okay, I have this extra cash this month. Let me go visit my wish list. And you're going to want to buy the thing that you can't stop thinking about with money that you actually have. Does it suit your body type? Usually if a silhouette is risky or it's something that I don't usually gravitate towards, like I don't feel 100% confident in, but I really like it for whatever reason, or it's like trendy, or, you know, I want to try it out, I usually opt for a more affordable option, again, so that I can like test out the silhouette. Similar to how I test out trends that I'm not sure about, testing out different silhouettes. When it comes to personal style, like you really, like once you know what works for your body, you want to try to stay within that realm of silhouettes and fits. You know, for me, it's like wide leg pants, cinching my waist, just like not very broad things because I'm already broad. You know, I have broad shoulders. So I try to stay within that realm, but I do experiment just like I do with trends. I experiment with silhouettes because how else can you find, like how else can you tweak your personal style if you don't experiment? So yes, if the silhouette is risky or I'm not sure or it's something that I've never worn before, I don't know how it's gonna look on me, I usually don't like to spend a ton of money on it. I like to test it out. Is it easily found at the thrift store? If the answer is yes, you do not have to spend a lot of money on it. For button-ups, I've talked about this a million times. I go to the thrift store men's section and I have a collection of button-ups. So now I see button-ups that are upwards of $100 and I'm like, that's ridiculous because I can find one at the thrift store that's better. So the only way nowadays that I'll spend money on a brand new button-up or spend a lot of money on a button-up in general is if it's a pattern or a color that is not easily found at the thrift store, which I have come across certain button-ups that I really like that I have not been able to find at the thrift store. Is it a color that is flattering to you? Now that I've done my color analysis, it's something that I think about when I'm buying things. If I come across something that is a little bit more expensive, but it's a color that I know works very, very well for me, I'm more inclined to spend a little bit more money on it, especially if I can't find a more affordable option. So just knowing what colors work for you is very important as well in determining like if you should spend a little bit more. You know, it's something that's going to suit you. So for example, forest greens or like darker greens, for some reason I can't find silhouettes that I like or staples or like just basics in that specific color, like emerald greens and things like that. So now if I come across something that's a little bit more expensive in that color, I can probably, you know, justify spending a little bit more. Not a lot more, but maybe a little bit more. Kind of touched on this one throughout the video, but a lot of people don't check the composition and the quality of things. Kind of like check your own closet and see which fabrics and which compositions on the tag you prefer. If it's something that you like a lot, that you wear a lot, that's holding up very well, what is the composition? What are the materials? Is it washing well? Okay, what are the materials? Then maybe if you need to replace that for some reason or buy another piece, look for that composition elsewhere. If it's a material that you really like how it lays on your body, but maybe it's a little bit more expensive, then you already know that it's something that's going to work for you. Another thing is it sustainably made? You know, are people getting paid well to create this garment? If that's something that you care about, then maybe spending a little bit more money on something is okay with you. You know, so for me, that's something that I also look at. Like if something is sustainably made or made with better materials, because I know that it takes a lot more to create something ethically or sustainably. This is how I determine whether I should splurge on something or if something's not worth splurging on or spending a lot of money on. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.